Hey everyone, today I am going to help you guys better understand how to break down your macros between your protein, fats, and carbs. And I have some change here to give a very awesome demonstration of the breakdown. So I've put red for protein, black for carbs, and then green for your fats. And then on this little sheet here, as you can see, we are starting with a 1800 calorie day. 30% of your total calories will be from protein, 30% from fats, and 40% from carbs. If you are using a MyFitnessPal or some sort of calorie tracker, generally this is the starting point to breaking down your macros. These are what you would consider the building blocks of your day, what your body needs to just function day to day. So how we come up with the grams over here, which is how I like to think of my food, is in grams, not calories. So what we do is we take the total calories, which is 1800 of your day, you multiply it by the percentage of, so 30%, 30%, or 40, which is going to give you a calorie, and then you divide that by 4 or 9, which is going to give you your grams. So I don't want to spend too much time because you can obviously see 1800 times 30% is 540 calories, which breaks down to 135 grams of protein. Green is fat, so 60 grams of fat and 180 grams of carbs. That is what this all is going to mean. So 25 cents is 25 grams of protein labeled in red. All right, so going back to the sheet here, some bonuses to remember. And not everyone is very good at doing this. I wrote in blue, bonus, drink half your weight in ounces daily in water. So ideally, you're going to be eating every 2 to 3 hours. My main focus, and for most people, should be to focus on getting between 20 and 30 grams of protein in each snack or meal. This is going to help you maintain staying full longer, and is just going to help you maintain muscle mass, because especially as we get older, we lose that. All right, so this is an actual kind of a mock day using the breakdown, and then we're going to use the coins over here. So ideally for breakfast, which most people should eat breakfast, or yeah, should. Anyways, it's going to be, the time may vary, but I tried to break this down. Like for me, it'd be between like 6:30 and 7. In the blue, each time is going to remind you, I forgot to put it on the lunch here, but you should be drinking between 12 and 20 ounces of water, just as a helpful reminder. Plus, it's going to help you break down and digest your food better in general, and help you stay full longer so you don't end up overeating. Okay, so enough about water. So for my day, as you can see, I would have a shake for breakfast, which is 24 grams of protein. So I'm just going to keep this simple and use a quarter, so I'm off by 1 gram, so it's not that big a deal. 18 grams of carbs, so we're going to come here to the black. So I'm going to grab a dime, a nickel, and 3 pennies. So there's my carbs into my meal here. And then 4 grams of fat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I have to swap that with a nickel later, I will. Okay, so that's my breakfast done. Then I'm going to come and have a snack about 2 to 3 hours later. I'm going to eat a whole wheat English muffin with 2 slices of cheese and 1 hard-boiled egg. So I broke this all down here, what the muffin is, the cheese, and the egg. So I won't read that all out. You can see how it accumulates on the side here. So now we're going to grab 22 grams of protein. So I'll grab 2 dimes and 2 pennies. So that's 22 grams of protein. We have 23 grams of carbs. So we're going to come here. Let's see, 23. And then we have 20.5 grams of fat. So I'm just going to forget that 0.5 because this will be easier to just grab 2 dimes. All right, so now we're on to our lunch. So for lunch, you would do, or I would do, 4 ounces of like grilled chicken, seasoned, so it gives it some flavor. As you can see, I'm going to do 1 banana, but I wrote down here you could swap that for a half a cup of pasta or rice, which is going to kind of give you the same accumulation of carbohydrates. I just wrote a banana as something, for people to maybe get a piece of fruit in. So, and then a half a cup of mixed nuts. So I'm trying to get protein, carbs, and healthy fats within this meal. So over here again, we're going to use these numbers on the right side. So earlier, I forgot, I took a penny too much for the protein. So now I'm just going to grab 30 here. So a quarter and a nickel. So that's 30 grams of protein. I'm going to grab 33 grams of carbs. So 25, 30, 1, 2, and 3. This could get a little messy. So here's our accumulation of calories in our day, okay? So these were we still need to take from piles. This is how all these building blocks and macros make sense. All right, and then all we have to do is grab 20 grams of fat. So we'll come over here. I'll grab a dime and 2 nickels. Boom. Okay. So far I've accumulated, we have 77 grams of protein, 74 grams of carbs, and 43 grams of fat so far in our day. All right, so now coming down to an afternoon snack, I would have a yogurt with chia seeds and a half a cup of blueberries. Again, each of these are written out so you can see how the carbs, fat, and protein, and then it accumulates over here. So for protein, we're going to go ahead and grab 20 grams of protein over here, so 2 more dimes. And then we have 28 grams of carbs. So I'm going to swap this quarter over here with 2 dimes and a nickel. So I have something to grab from. So we needed 30 grams, so we're going to grab a quarter and a nickel. Put that back. Hopefully that just made sense how I swapped that out, because I only had a quarter here and I needed smaller things to grab from. Alright, and then the last thing is 6 grams from our fat. So here we come. We have a nickel and a penny. Boom. So there we go. And then the last thing would be our dinner. And our dinner is going to be 4 ounces of some sort of meat, or you can do meatless, and then 10 ounces of mashed potatoes, and then 1 cup of veggies I forgot to write up here. So again, our breakdown is going to be another 32 grams of protein. So we have 10, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we pretty much hit our protein for the day. And then we're going to go over to our carbs, which is 47. I'm just going to grab these 50 cents here. So we're off by 3 only. And then the last would be 18 grams of fat. Well, look, we went over. So we only had 5 grams of fat left to grab, and we are eating 18. Now, is that the end of the world because it's dinner? No. The other thing that you'll see is at the end here, we have kind of calories, I don't want to say left over, but essentially we have extra carbs and protein we didn't get to. So essentially, when you break down what we've eaten here, we've only had 1,711 calories. Sorry, my camera work isn't so fancy here. That is just to make you guys see how in your day your calories have accumulated, and you still had some left over in this full day of eating 2 to 3 hours every 2 to 3 hours. You're getting in your protein, you're getting in your healthy fats and your carbs, all within staying in your calories.